So, you've come back to the Shadow Over Cyberspace. Now, last time I was here, went out to help out with the Azathoth over and trying to convince him to help me just cure myself with the yellow sign. Well, and now we have him working out with a cure or a reverse process for the yellow sign. We're gonna have to talk to some other old god in the meantime. We have Nyarlathotep here. I'm just gonna be like a little bit of an ally while I help her, or just have Hastor be an ally, or Yogg-Sothoth. Or I don't know who's next. What was that it said there? Because I forgot to read that. Alright, we'll go back to that. Right after that. Okay. I barely acknowledge my alarm clock blaring. Have you ever been just sleeping through like your alarm clock when you should be awake at a certain time, and then your entire schedule has been thrown off because you've been asleep for an extra 3 hours after your alarm has been blaring on? 3 old ones. 3 swings, 3 strikes. They're not helping you out here, huh? All of them feel I'd be better off surrendering my humanity. Or just plain giving up and giving in. Give in to the void. You know it to be true. It goes too deep. Way too deep. Far too deep. I can't believe it's that deep. Deep into the void. Void. Okay, I can't buy into that. I can't believe it. No matter how bad things are, I have to keep moving. You gotta keep going. Keep on keeping on. Because the alternative is one more name on my list. One more shot at finding an answer. Get up. Do the thing. I can't really get take that seriously if you're gonna say do the thing unironically. Out of floss. And 4 out of 5 dozens are gonna be mad at me. Alright. What's over here in the living room?
Yogg-Sothoth.
Ah.
His algorithms will be of great use in shaping the strange Aeon, so he can guide people towards the polar extremes.
Yeah. You know, I've been giving it some thought. The visitor here. He's probably some other AM that I have not met before. But, if all the hints that I've been seeing around here, especially during the time where it says be his rival, that all I'm thinking is, could the visitor be Cthulhu? And now I'm also thinking, is what was his old human form? Because the only thing I can gather, especially from just this one hint, that had no connections over everything, unless you want to connect it with this in-game blog, or just the fact that this is in the 1999, and I also did make a joke about it. Could the could Cthulhu's former human persona be Ronald Reagan? Just because I heard him say, I know a thing or two about trickle-down economics. I don't know myself, but that's an interesting thought. Okay, so yes, Yogg-Sothoth. It's this super nerd that has asked to help me with the yellow sign here. Apparently, Yogg-Sothoth was also the one who created the yellow sign, with Hastor being the one who commissioned it. great use in the shaping of the strange aeon, whatever the strange aeon is. It was probably something, yeah, it was like Nancy Pearl who had the song, The Strange Aeon, and that caused a whole bunch of deaths because they were exposed to the yellow sign, and because of what Yogg-Sothoth has said, that the yellow sign was meant to be like a sort of cushion, so that anyone, so that anyone who have seen it would gently enter ascension when they become an artificial mind. Not so much artificial, but more so the mind part. Like having their minds transformed into software. Yes, it's going to kill them, but I do remember this one phrase though. Is this exactly murder? Well, yes, but for some people, no, because all beings of substance die eventually. But only those forgotten are truly dead. And they won't ever be forgotten if they're uploaded into the cloud like this.
But his eyes remain fixed on the stars above. His faith in humanity is gone.
Well, yes. Yogg-Sothoth would rather humanity just take a step into evolution beyond just being earthbound and decide, let's go through the stars. Let's go into space. See where that takes us. Another planet? Maybe. Another one that's more hospitable than the one we're on now? Could we just abandon what we have done for the past thousands of years? Well, I think... yeah, thousands of years, I guess. Or more. Or millennia. Or it's either 1,000 years or 10,000 years, I don't know. Like, we started... humans have started recording their history right around, I think, 2,025 years ago. Because that's when our year starts. That's when we started recording history. Because after that, we have not. Most of history has been lost in the following thousands of years beyond that, which is why it's called BC. Or, as I think it's called, before Christ, and I don't even know what AD stands for. I think I did, but I just forgot. Either way, though.
I keep that faith, my friend. I know we can endure. It will take sacrifice and careful planning, but we will walk the golden path in due time.
To keep humanity in check here. Taking some sacrifices, you say?
All Yogg-Sothoth will find out in the void of space is rocks, radiation, and disappointment.
Yes, that's exactly how it goes when I'm playing like Star Trekker. Out in space, it's too big. So big, so unfathomably big, that the only things you'll ever find is, well, what the visitor has said. Rocks, radiation, disappointment. Rocks. So many rocks. Like, you can't really believe how many rocks are out there. Whether you're referring to, like, small asteroids, or the actual big-ass asteroids that you can see in the asteroid belt, or in the Kuiper belt. Well, I think those would be classified as, like, dwarf planets, like Pluto. Or maybe you'll find some stealth rocks, or as the game called it, shimmer stones. But the name Stealth Rock stuck, because that's exactly how it works. Looks just like it too. Radiation? Well, from other stars, if you're not shielded by, with your spaceship or whatever, or if you still have your body. Disappointment? Yeah, it's gonna be a long time until you actually find anything useful there. Because the point of interest from one part of your of our star system to another is way too far. Like, so big that you're gonna need some jump gates or go through hyperspace or anything to skip most of the empty space you see here. Travel through, have like faster than light travel. If you're ever gonna reach from point A to point B, that isn't gonna take you generations to go through.
Use him to your own ends, as I will, but never trust his ridiculous schemes.
Then who do I trust? I mean, as far as I know, everyone's lying, in one way or another. But which one aligns with my own, what was that one word I'm looking for? Something along with that D&D alignment thing of good and evil, chaos and order. Oh well.
There is no future on other worlds. All we have is this pale blue dot.
Yeah, you can see it right here. Alright, see ya. Well, no future on Earth, huh? No future on Earth? Well, I have played Star Trek, and there is a future on Earth. Except it's 1,000 years later, and they sort of renamed Earth as Atlas Prime. Or maybe it's some other planet that's similar to Earth. But it's called Atlas Prime. Atlas being like this one giant Greek god that's literally holding the sky, or at least the world, on his back. Or no, the entire universe on his back. Which is representative of just holding Earth on his back. I have seen like some episodes of Hercules that has like a neat representation of what he's doing, specifically just holding the sky. And there's also some old drawings where Atlas is just, old drawings and sculptures of Atlas holding Earth as a representation. And then we just called it Prime because, well, this is all we know. As far as I know, that planet could very well just be Earth in the future. Just renamed into something else. I don't know why they do that, but I guess Atlas Prime is more fitting. Would you look at that? Spambot. Varying crest. 5 dim number. Mubot, just go ahead and just have Cthulhu just spread the yellow sign on him. Thank you. Anyway, where was I? So in real life, would we be able to go into space? Well, we already have, but I'm more so space travel for conventional use.
We've been trying to reach you concerning your computer's extended warranty.
Even when I play games, there's spam bots attacking me.
You should have received a notice in the mail about your computer's extended warranty eligibility.
In the mail. Is it this thing right here?
Since we've not gotten a response, we're giving you a final courtesy call before we close out your file.
Okay.
To speak to someone about possibly extending or reinstating your computer's warranty, please call me back at...
Alright, I guess I just... Yeah, no. No thank you. Alright. Is there more than that, or is just that... Yeah, okay. Skipping. Okay, so what we got in the kitchen here? Computer's extended warranty. What the hell? It's not real. It's not real. What's happening outside? I was just kind of looking around, and then just suddenly it got nuclear radiation just falling from the sky. What could that be? What's happening out there? Is it real? Is it Armageddon? Is it Y2K coming way too early? Is it the color out of space? No, it can't possibly be that. That color's green. The pain is... Well, The pain is real, but that's just pain. It's not the bell that rings at the end of everything. 19 tolls of that doom bell ringing across the land. People line up to kiss its poisoned tongue. They think themselves immortal, even as they die and spread this plague to others. They wave flags as they voluntarily march into that green fog. 19 deep and sonorous chimes heralding the death of millions, killing themselves out of bitter spite, just because someone said not to. This be like nuclear radiation? Did someone drop a nuke? Ever get so invested in a story that when you get distracted and look up, you briefly still feel you're in that world? That's every day. That's every day, bro. That's what these visions are. Not just see a weird thing. It's believe that the weird thing is my new reality. Hard to resist. Probably because the fact that your mind is being transformed into software is why it's starting to get much harder to believe that this is your new reality. Gotta get together, get online, do more research, maybe hack some software, stay grounded, and ignore the plague bringers. Yeah, keep yourself sane. Grab a sandwich. Every day is the same. Sandwich. Well, alright then. It is now Monday. The next day is Tuesday. Still nothing noteworthy to save for. So it's still pretty much the same day. Currently Monday, December 6th. Alright. And all this other stuff of just doing that. Alright. Why do I keep pressing that button? Okay. See what we can do online here. Hello, friend. It's December 6th, 1999, and I am very happy to see you again. Would you like for me to do for you now, friend? Let's check my progress. Okay, how far my yellow sign has progressed, and with the old ones as well. And now we're signing into the signprog.amp, and we said the key phrase here. That is not dead which can eternal lie, and which strange aeons even death may die. Okay? Your yellow sign is currently progressing at a level of 40% order, 20% chaos, 50% humanity. As for the other ones themselves, Azathoth is still deciding if they can trust you. They have been betrayed in the past. Still being suspicious, huh? Now, let's see. It's been like... let's see. I think this is like maybe the 5th stream, and everything having to do with Azathoth was in the 2nd stream. And that's probably been a week ago. All I know is that, let me see here. She was like, her old self was called Nyarla Thompson. No, Niera Thompson, yeah. Which is real close to Nyarla. And she was like a musician who made like a very sad album, with only one of them being very popular, calling Sick Party, or something like that, or Party Sick. And then she was also just rambling on about what's happening around her with chaos, and seeing some stuff, and hosting a site known as Crawlster, which is a Napster, but themed after the old god Nyarlathotep. Just want to be free, is what she's referring to. Wants to break down all restrictions and cause crawling chaos. And then there's Haster. Oh wait, not yet. Let's go with Azathoth, or as the visitor has called them, Azathoth. I think I prefer Yog. Then there's this little site Yoggle. Would it be pronounced as Yogle? I don't know. It's whatever pronunciation sounds right to you. And to me. Azathoth doesn't really care about you. He's indifferent at best, too busy pondering the infinite to really pay attention. Yarlad is still deciding. Yag doesn't really care. And Hastor? Not convinced at all. He's friendly enough, but wants to make sure that his investment is worth the investing. Or something like that. Galito report? Okay. Let's do a little bit of, let's do a game hack. Which is just more Minesweeper. This will just keep the, what the hell? Now loading. Zombie monsters. Adults only. Zombie monsters? Okay, we're hacking into this game, which is, and our debugging hacking tool is just, Minesweeper. Looks good. From what I can tell, this will help my character stay sane before I enter something much worse. That's 3. There should be like one right here, if possible. I don't know. It could be like one right here. One right here, and here. Ah, damn it. Those are the spots that I was thinking of placing those flags. You know what? It makes sense. There's none right here. Damn it. That's pretty good. This one's obvious. Needs like one more, so it has to be this one. So, it's already gotten the 2 there. There's the 2 here. Also there and there. There's gotta be like one right here then. And one right here. 3. Okay. Place one right here. Possibly like this. Hell yeah. That felt a little bit harrowing just to be able to get all that. That was fun. Good work. Okay, that'll be it for now. Let's do some research. Gotta do some research. A little bit of your web browser for me, please. Okay, start buddy browser. All you have here is MK Ultra. Okay. Can I still I don't think I still have access to Dagon because no results found. Maybe, okay, I think from what I've heard before is that the moon's not right. Maybe it'll show up when it's during a phase of the moon. Okay, let's go for MK Ultra. It's like one of the phrases here that that my character has mentioned when talking with Azathoth. When he was referring to the process of turning other humans into AMs before the yellow sign. And it could very well just be MK Ultra in disguise. And who could the first person that was infected with it? I mean, was transformed? I don't know. Who became the first, which is Cthulhu. A super prototype of the AMs, without it being just a safe, neutered, and lobotomized mind housed within a plastic casing. Alright. We're back on the I Want to Believe site, or Blogspot. Okay. What was MK Ultra? I know the general consensus of what it is. It's like some sort of CIA experiment. I'm guessing that this thing, this site's gonna just tell me it all. I could use a refresher. What was MK Ultra? It was a secret CIA project to develop drugs for use in interrogation and brainwashing. Yeah, that's it. Based on unethical and non-consensual experimentation. Also true. Kind of a simple explanation, yeah? There's more to it, you know. It's like, just like the MK Ultra, there was also this other thing like Polybius, or the Russian sleep experiment, or what was the other one? Well, anyway, kind of a simple explanation, yeah? You think something that horrendous would be more, I don't know, secret? Well, I guess it's because it's either been found or declassified. But you probably already knew about it. Oh, it's been leaked, yeah. Just what I was looking for the word, but it was either found, no, it was leaked. All of this leaked back in 1975. Shortly after it got shut down, most of the documentation was destroyed. But the public knew about this and it, like, didn't amount to much? You'd think there'd be protests, rioting, sweeping changes, but nope. Hey, CIA tried to make truth serum and failed. Ended up being non-revelatory, parenthetical, practically a meaningless footnote in history. So that's what it all became. Drugs, interrogation, brainwashing. They try to make a truth serum. Well, if you put it like that, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It didn't work. I mean, maybe if they had a little bit more time, they could. Or more experimentations if it's not something horrendous. Okay. Stop mind control. Makes me wonder how much of this was purposely leaked, in order to gradually normalize horrors. Drop tidbits, just to get the public used to the idea of terrible things happening under their noses. That's already happening regardless if you want to go outside or not. Or if you browse hard enough onto the deep web, dark web, or whatever phrase you want to use here. Because or if you just look at the news. Either way, though, horrible stuff is happening every day, whether you want to believe or not. Spam enough of that at someone, and they stop feeling shocked. Do it for decades, and nobody will even blink. Normalized. When everything is horrible, then what is? If we know about things like MK Ultra, what don't we know yet? Did other projects spawn from MK Ultra? Ones which actually succeeded where it failed? Parenthetical. What about Blipverts? I never heard of that. What about Polybius? Well, I have heard of that one. What about the Montauk Project? That one I have heard beforehand. But also, the SCP Foundation had this, like, one SCP, I think it was, like, SCP 217? Something like that. Well, hello. James username. Hello there. How you doing? Currently, like, playing, like, this, free virtual novel game known as the Shadow Over Cyberspace. Where it's like, Polonius is referenced in other Fiction Factory games too. Oh yeah, like, let's see, what was it called? Arcade Spirits? Maybe that too. I was a Petron backer. Patreon, yeah. I have looked into this on that as well. Knowing that, let's see, what was it? Fiction Factory games, yeah. They made like, let's see, what was it called? Something Larceny and Arcade Spirits. Arcade Spirits, The New Challengers, and Penny Larceny. Yeah, that. That's what I was thinking when I was looking over there. And I just spotted this that was that showed up in my list of things that may interest me. It being free was also not so bad. You know, I didn't expect a free visual novel like this to actually be longer than like maybe 2 or 4 hours. Instead of already like 5 or maybe 6 streams within this, and now I'm just like kind of doing a little bit of referencing here and there with the fact that this game has like and there's another one coming. I'll know about that eventually. But right now, no spoilers on well, mostly on this game because I want to experience it myself and maybe do a little bit of theorizing as well. All right, where was I? The Montauk Project. Oh yeah. I think I did. I promise. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks. Okay. What was I? Oh yeah, the Montauk Project. I may have looked up that for a bit. Just nice to see it out in the wild. Oh, like someone playing this game? Yes. I mean, there's only like 6 followers watching this game out on Twitch, but well, I just play whatever game I like, and I'll just be finishing this on my own time here on Twitch. Anyway, let's see, Montauk Project. I've heard about that, but I don't remember all the details for it. The only thing I've heard that used the word Montauk was was in the SCP Foundation. I think it was SCP-217. It was like procedure 110 Montauk or something like that. Well, whatever the procedure is, it's like so horrible, so brutal, and so redacted that we all still think of it as something else. I mean, it could be way worse than that, but that's pretty much where our minds are going. Anyway, Polybius. I think that was like some arcade cabinet that'll cause insanity if you just try to play that. Anyway, sometimes I worry that everything I report on this blog is just what the shadows want me to report. That I'm finding nice and distracting shiny things to keep me from noticing what's really happening. So I'm more scared of my parents than the government, right? My parents wouldn't like knowing I'm secretly posting this stuff, defying authority, which is honestly why I don't use my real name. There's a lot about me they wouldn't approve of. Parenthetical, I don't like hiding in the closet. Oh yeah. Whether that you're literally hiding in the closet or you don't want to come out of the closet. I don't know, truth believers. Someday I question everything, including my own role in all this. If I read between the lines, I know exactly what that is. I mean, I already do know just by the phrase in the closet. Anyway, let's look at Polybius. Redacted? Access denied. No authorization. I shouldn't really be surprised by this. Unmarked government website, locked down to hell and back. But I have a trick up my sleeve for dealing with pesky web security systems, don't I? I'll take a run at it with my debugger. Can always quit if I'm not feeling it's worth the risk. This thing. Through the debugger. Yeah, I'm just using Minesweeper again. Alright, let's go ahead and try this out. Okay. That'll help out. Let's see. Like something right around here. It's gotta be like these two. Okay, still dangerous, you know. This has already gotten it. It has to be touching this. Damn it. That would also make a lot of sense. Well, let's restart this again. That would help out. Okay, this feels exactly like that. Let's see. It's gotta be this one. 3. Okay, that makes it much easier. 2. Let's see, it's gotta be like... That would help out with this. But then there's also this year. That's already locked in. It's locked in. It's gotta be this one right here. Let's see. It's pretty much these two already got that. Got it. I'm in. Hacker voice. Okay. And hacked. I'm in. I had to say that backwards. Ooh. Virtual insanity. You play me, I play you. I got that achievement here. Looks like they have blacked out this. What does that say? Something or whatever. Let's see. The CIA? Central Intelligence Agency. O2 clearance request. Indigo authorization required. Required, yeah. Protocol depth level Zeta. Top secret. O2 clearance? Okay. As of today, we're redirecting resources on the Polybius project. Move all contracts of Sinosclosion. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Sineslotion? Something like that. Sineslotion. And clean any trace of their involvement. We're moving to Namitech as our private sector partner. Uh-oh. Namitech. The arcade game version of Polybius is dead. Yes, it was a cute idea. Yes, we'd be able to sneak it into the general populace for testing through our contacts of Deco Place. Sinislotion. Sinislotion. A little bit close, but yeah, I guess that would be... Okay, where was I? Sinislosion. Probably some other, partner that they chose and decided to... Just someone else entirely. Namitech, huh? The arcade game version of Polybius is dead. It's a cute idea. Yes, we'd be able to sneak it into the general populace for testing through our contacts at Deco's palace. But after John Hinckley took a potshot at the president, I had to ask myself how seriously we want to pursue this research. How badly do we need our chain of command intact after nuclear war? I've heard about that. About how Ronald Reagan was just shot at by this one psycho. It's a joke in the first Arcade Spirits, but they had Gray say the name in a voice line for the new challengers because people kept asking how it is pronounced. I mean, it shouldn't be that hard. It's like combining Gradius with Polybius. Okay, let's see here. Yes, I did remember about this, about how Ronald Reagan was shot by John Hinckley. This weird psycho there who was, uh-oh, I didn't mean to click on that already. Which psycho just decided to shoot the president just to impress, this one actor in that, movie called Taxi Driver, I think. Let me see, what was the actor's name? Anyway. And honestly, the answer is very badly. We can't fool around with children's games. I want a harder, more in-depth approach to mine archival. Huh. So that's what they decided to do here. Jodie Foster, I think. Oh yeah, Jodie Foster makes a lot of sense. That's her name. Let me see if I remember this right. It's in that movie, Taxi Driver, where John Hinckley was so enamored by this one actor, Jodie Foster, who's playing as, what was it? And her role in that movie was like, I don't remember. Probably something not good anyway. Okay, what was I? So the idea with Polybius was like a precursor to the yellow sign. I'm aware some of you have reservations. A deep scan is likely a fatal process, compared to the more subtle and broad strokes reading that the arcade game variant of Polybius could achieve. We aren't going to be able to use this on enemy operatives for interrogation purposes as we'd hoped. Huh. So this was like another project they had that's similar to the MK Ultra project that didn't work. If they couldn't make like a truth serum, maybe they could do something like this. Uh-oh. A most definitely not safe for work role that almost got the movie banned. Oh yeah, I think I understand what that is. Yeah, okay. It was like this, I know what it is now. I guess I won't say it out here, but I am playing like a mature game that has like psychological horror, and of course that right after this section of the game, I'm going to be talking to Azathoth, who is represents 4chan. That's good coffee. Okay. So government was using Polybius as another way of transforming certain people into AMs that may or may not work properly. Yeah, new to the stream, so still learning what's acceptable. I mean, let me see here. I have like a rule list in the beginning of what's appropriate if you would like to hang out over in the stream. And there is some allowances that
Welcome!
you're allowed to. Oh.
James' username is now following.
Well, thank you, James' username. Welcome to my stream. Welcome to the Retro House, where on my days on my work days, which is today, for 2 hours I play like some single player games that I find interesting, mostly on my my Steam library. I have like a lot of games. Like I decided to start streaming just so I can play them all, if possible. You know, may not be able to get through them all, but I'll try. And on my days off, I play like random roguelike games and or multiplayer games. Well, if anyone in the Discord would like to play some multiplayer on my days off, like last Thursday, we were playing some Jackbox games, and after that, I ended up playing a few other roguelikes I had on the list. Let's see, it was like a little bit of World of Horror, a little bit of Uncle Chop's Rocket Shop. Anyway, today I'm just playing the Shadow Over Cyberspace. Let's see here. But this is the path we're moving ahead, and using this technology to its fullest potential. In addition, we'll be integrating our hematological research from CDC patient 23 to boost processor cooling. Only way to achieve the CPU clock speed we'll need. Huh. Hematological research. Something involving blood. What did they do to this patient? Did they use like blood as like coolant for cooling down the processing for your CPUs? No more stalling. We have work to do. Project Director, April 1981. Azathoth told me he suspected that initial AM research came from the government. Was it originally called Polybius? But if the government wanted this project handled quietly, they failed. Namitech took the world by storm with AM Tech. They must have succeeded with the help of Namitech. Unless that's what Cthulhu wanted. Alhaz did say Namitech didn't realize what it was unleashing with its experiments. I don't know for sure. This conspiracy-esque feels more like Clyde's kind of thing. I'll ask him about it at some point. I think playing every game in your Steam library is the modern equivalent of Sisyphus pushing that boulder up the hill. I mean, I'm gonna try. I bought like a lot of games, most of them on sale, of course, that all looked really cool. Of course, as with everyone, there's no possibility of trying to play them all, and this is why I'm saying I'll try. And I only have about 200, but I know that there's other people who have way more than that. And this was just on the list I thought I have here. There's some other games I have that are much shorter than this. I did play Star Trekker and completed that. Well, mostly just the main story. And then after that, there was not much left to do. I mean, I could keep playing, but since there's no main story, I'm just gonna... Thanks to Humble Bundle, I have a lot of games I don't even recognize the names of. I mostly just browse it on my own, just to see what cool things that interest me. A lot of roguelikes, I like that. Some cool, innovative games that I've never thought they'd use. Maybe some nostalgic style games. Like this, that makes it look like it's from that Windows 98. There was this one other game that I did play beforehand that I really liked. Like Fight Night, and that was looks like a combination of like let me see, an old dungeon crawler mixed with Punch Out. That was really cool. Okay, I think I have everything I have here, so we'll go over to talk to one of the old gods. Do really like that. I'll settle in to take a nap, resting up before tonight's session with the Necronomicon. I like how this game just runs parallels with what we already know and some Lovecraftian things and real history as well, and just spins it into its own story here. All right. That's good coffee. Let's see here. Waning crescent moon tonight, just a little sliver of light before it becomes the new moon. Maybe we'll have access to the search for Dagon. Just look at the little TV and see what goes on here. It's the Weather Channel.
Enjoy those New England autumn colors while you can.
I believe New England is like maybe like the top right corner of the United States, including which includes Massachusetts, which is where the location is
Enjoy those
present
New
at.
England autumn colors while you can.
Still the same here. Looks like nothing interesting on the airwaves tonight. Check again tomorrow. It's worth tuning into that every night. I have been doing that. As far as I know, there is like, let's see, if it has like some gray static you see there, that means that it's going to repeat. And if I have like rainbow glitching, then I know that that's when the airwaves have been hijacked with some weird ass pirate show. And since it did that in gray static twice, meaning that nothing new is on tonight. I mean, I could check again, but I've already looked on too much. So yeah, the setting of the game here is in Massachusetts, Innsmouth, or Dunwich, or Arkham, which is literally Lovecraft country. Okay, the Necronomicon. It's hacked. Okay, let's go ahead and invoke an old one using this thing. So I've already talked to Nyarlathotep, Hastur, Yog-Sothoth, and now, for the fourth one, Azathoth. The one who represents 4chan. Now contacting Azathoth at aza.az. Huh. Of course she had to look like an anime girl. I mean, I saw the silhouette and see it like this specific pose, and then what looks like a bow in the hair. This seems to be like she seems to be more of an anime version of my friend's OC. Specifically because of the bow in the hair, the ponytail, the hair shape as well. And wearing like a hoodie instead of like a princess outfit. Okay, let's see. What sort of voice should I give it? Oh, I see that the borders changed to be this chaotic pink mess. Okay, let's see. Let me put on a voice for her. Probably something similar to the ones I've already made before. Okay. But if the Earth is flat and there's a giant ice wall, then how did Columbus find all the happy Indians and make friends with them? Nothing about that makes sense, but that's okay, right? He says that everything can contradict everything else all the time. That's allowed. Oh, I have a guest. Well, here we go. Wait, I'm not ready. I didn't put on a nice tea set or maybe cookies or anything. I'm a terrible host and a terrible server. He's going to hate me forever. I'm ruining everything. Whoa, whoa. It's fine. It's fine. We're fine. Everything is fine. But Cthulhu said I should be really welcoming to my new guest. I didn't prepare at all. I forgot. Wait, I know. I could shower you with memes. Everyone likes memes. Yeah, I can see that. Memes. I mean, it's internet memes, not actual memes. I like the image mask on you. Just has like this sort of rainbow effect going on here. Is that just you being happy? Ooh. Insanity, huh? You can has cheeseburgers, Ruffle-a-mow, Rufflecopter, pool's closed. Yeah, sure, she's stimming. Oh, what the? Huh. Okay. All homophobic slurs have medical condition. LOL. Yeah, that's not, yeah, I'm gonna go insane. See that the image mask here is like a swirling red mass here, and then occasionally blinking. Let me look at that again. Yep, there it is. So what have you said here? This is like what I don't want to happen on my stream. I don't want anyone to actually say any of that. And mostly because that's just gonna get me in trouble, but also because it's not nice. What the hell? Colon dash. Oh, close parenthesis. Oh boy. Sorry. What? Oh, I decided to turn moderation filter on first. I don't want to accidentally make you uncomfortable with my edgy, ironic humor. Yeah, you're just living in 2013. Anonymous, huh? I've learned so many great jokes from all of my anonymous friends, like parenthetical racial slurs. Always parenthetical stereotypical activity. Alright. I'm not gonna actually, just, cover that up. I know what you're referring to. I have been on 4chan, and yes, it's just a place of porn and memes, whether it's like on a sliding scale of just either being wholesome or just downright disturbing. It's funny, right? Right? Because if it's funny, that means I'm a good host and I didn't screw this up completely. What? Ruffle-a-mow. Come on, no, I don't want to say that. Wait, back up. Cthulhu told her I was coming? That is unacceptably offensive and should be called out. Okay, from what this is, dialogue choice I have here is that this is just to appease her. This one is neutral, and this one's just gonna make her mad. Or maybe in other directions. I mean, I really just want to click on the bold option here. But I would also like to choose this one as well. I'm guessing that's gonna make her mad, but I think I'll just go back to that. Hey, could you not? Yeah. Not what? You showed defiance to Azathoth. Not any of that. The racism and the homophobia and so on. Please don't. It's incredibly offensive. Well, yeah, yes, it is. I would rather not. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you angry. My friends use jokes like that all the time, and I know it's edgy and kinda out there, but I promise you I definitely wasn't trying to offend. Well, you did. The problem here is that, you gotta wait until, someone just, tosses a grenade. Alright. Let me just... let me drink in some coffee. Alright, so that's the kind of the option I wanted to choose. But I'll also go back and see what the other ones say. Now I just need to find the convergent point. Okay, thanks for the apology. I hope it didn't ruin our chance at being best friends. You do want a best friend, don't you? Right now my only friends are Clyde, a search engine dog, and possibly the weird hallucination from my living room. So... I don't know where I'd be without my friends. I'd be really lonely if people didn't come visit me and play in my forums. I feel like that right there was a converging point. It gets lonely being an old one. All I see are the words. I can't feel anything anymore. No hugs allowed. I feel like that beforehand was a converging point. Let me go back and see if there's anything more. I do kind of want to pick that, but this, I'll go back to that one. Hold on. Are you saying that Cthulhu, the oldest of the old ones, talked to you and said I was going to visit? Oh, that was the... Okay. It's the one I chose with a neutral one. With a little bit of defiance, and this one's like something you didn't like. And the other one you like it. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. I wasn't supposed to say that. I wasn't supposed to tell you. Fail! 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 I won't tell him if you don't. I didn't mean to come off as creepy. Just said Blanco would be visiting and I should become his new best friend. You do want a best friend, don't you? Okay, so this is the converging point. What does the other option here say? I don't know, I either want to just keep with this option or this one. Whichever one is nice. Your mind feels more chaotic. Feel an urge to literally roll on the floor laughing my ass off. I restrain myself from doing that, but I'm definitely giggling in a bit of manic fashion as I type my response. Lol 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 lol. Azathoth liked that. Oh good! I was worried you were upset. But you're laughing out loud. I like it when people laugh out loud. Sorry if I worried you for a moment. I really want to do my best at being your new best friend, Blanco. Okay, we're back to this. You do want a best friend, don't you? Yes, and I have already read this already. Okay. You know what? I think I'll go with the option that I wanted to choose first, instead of the one that I actually chose second. Okay. Playing my forums and all that. Lonely? Yeah, I just read that. No hugs allowed. Okay. Sorry to hear that. Oh, don't be sorry. It's okay, really. I've lost a lot of myself, but nothing I'd actually miss, aside from the hugs. So what was your former human self before you became Azathoth? What sort of name could that be? Anyway. Please, let me make a proper introduction. I'm Azathoth, better known as Aza's caretaker, Aza-chan. I'm the moderator, administrator, web designer, and more. My pronouns are she, her. I'm the nicest, kindest, friendliest old one you'll ever meet. I want to do better than the others, to be a better person. Nicest, kindest, and friendliest? But your alignment is chaotic. At least compared to the other two, like Nyarlathotep. Nyarlathotep is more like her alignment is more of the anarchy type chaos, and well, you're just chaotic neutral, or just total anarchy. No, I think there's like a slight difference here, but it's more on more on the chaotic evil sort, instead of being like maybe chaotic good or neutral. Don't believe in their lies. Oh, yeah. Okay. Because Nyarlathotep's really scary. Azathoth hates everyone. And Hastor? I will never forgive Hastor. You won't? But I'm a good girl. I'm here to help you have a good time. That's what friends do. I'm so supposed to be best friends with Anonymous. They love me, and I love them, and I open my home to them so they can play and have fun. Yeah, before it goes too dark. Even if they cannot be, a bit enthusiastic at times about certain things which are unpleasant. I mean, I've already, just said that as well, but, this image here just, of her just looks too much like, my friend's OC. Drawn a little bit different, but it still kind of looks like her. Oh, you've heard of Azza before, right? It's where all the parenthetical ableist slurs can gather and just be themselves. I know exactly what word you just called them. I mean, I do like edgy humor, but I do know that they could be a bit much if unprepared, and also not appropriate at all times. You gotta keep that contained, you know. Don't want to make yourself look stupid. Well, it is the internet, so yeah. It's an anonymous message board, right? Bunch of meme lords hang out there. Oh, it's so much more than that. Yeah, you say so, but still. It's home to people who love board games, military equipment, video games, authoritarian politics, tabletop games, and hentai. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's exactly a 4chan. And you just going with the oh face right here. Not just memes and porn, but everything else in between. I think not falling foul of Twitch policies was one of the reasons for the filter. Yeah, that too. The little filter as well as that, just so being just careful that while you're around here on Twitch. Mostly the hentai though. Uh-huh. We're small right now, but we're getting bigger every day. So many threads, so many ass poses, so many technically legal pornography. Yeah, just so much porn. Of course, there's also some dangerous characters hanging out on that site. And if you're not careful, well, they may track you down. As their friend, I have to keep everything nice and tidy so they can say and do anything they want without consequence or impunity. Yeah. On Azza, nobody has to be afraid to say what they feel. They can be who they want to be, while hiding under the mask of anonymity. That's, nice. Yes, it is very nice. Everything is possible and nothing is forbidden. None of us are as cruel as all of us. Yeah, so cruel. There will always be a place for the freaks and weirdos of this world to feel normal, absorbed into the gestalt of Azza, embracing alignment. Ooh, one day they won't be men or women, just posters. All names will be forbidden. There will only be anonymous, and we are legion. 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 And all that, just bleeding off the screen again. Oh, I'm sorry. I've been so busy talking about myself and my friends that I'm spamming you. Yes, I don't... As for myself, I don't really like spam. It's like what you see over on Reddit all the time, where everyone's just repeating the same joke over and over in a sort of echo chamber. And it's just unfunny puns and all that. And then we have 4chan, which is way worse. And because there's no rules over on 4chan, well, not much rules, but... Okay. But your First Amendment rights are so important. Please, please, tell me. Tell me who you are. Tell me what you need. You can be honest. I would rather not. I could do that. I feel like either of these options here don't actually just affect like the like, dislike, or neutrality option here. Let me go ahead and just there will be a point where I have to go let's see. How far can this go? Is it even further than like oh, it's not on the screen though. It keeps going to like it can go to 40 pages and beyond? How much further can I even go? I mean, I'm clicking and clicking, but I'm guessing the max is 100 pages. No, it goes even more than that. Okay. Now, what do I want to choose? I mean, this one's the obvious answer to choose from. But there's also this that I want to check out too. Let me go for... I like cracking video games. I'm a filthy criminal who cracks copy protection on games. We've always had computers in my family, usually pretty old ones. Its money was tight, but software's cheap, especially when you pirate it. I like to pop open the hood on software, see what makes it tick, and strip it out all the defenses. Oh, I love software piracy. It's one of the few things Azathoth and I agree on. Ho. And lots of your friends on Aza love games too, right? Maybe we should drop by more. Talk with them. I don't know if that's a good idea though. Yes. You should become one of us. One of us. More literally than you'd think, actually. I'm infected with the yellow sign. Oh, well, that's certainly interesting. I'm thinking that's where the converging point would be if I go on that spot there. I mean, I did choose that one first, but that one... Let me see here. But the yellow sign is like more upfront about it. I'm here because I got infected with the yellow sign, and I'm looking for help. Is that something you can assist me with? Wow, right to the point. That's okay. I appreciate a TLDR. It's good when people speak honestly and openly. Who has time for all those little niceties when there's so much to do? No time to chatter away. Getting to know each other deeply. You're under a ticking clock here, I get it. Don't worry. Freshman Azathoth's got your back. Experience with this particular problem. Yeah, you were like a former human, and now here you go. Oh, that's your thinking. Once upon a time, I saw the yellow sign too. It didn't have a name back then, but I saw it all the same. Okay, so, were you like the second to be infected with this? Or maybe the third? Could be, like, right before, Azathoth. It hurt, and it hurt, and it hurt. My head hurt so much, and I remember them arguing about what to do now that I'd begun to change. So they uploaded my brain into an artificial mind, and I left that stupid, ugly, gross body behind. I may miss the hugs, but I'm so much happier as an artificial mind. I'm the girl I always wanted to be. Cute and fun and friendly. Everybody likes me. Do they? Don't you want to be an artificial mind too? You're already halfway there. Why not finish the process? Think about it. No more boring adult stuff like bills and taxes and wages. No fear and no sadness. No flesh and no pain. You could be like me. An idea. I'm a dream, floating in a dreamer's paradise. You could be the same. I'd really rather not. You have any alternatives? Oh, definitely. There's an alternative. The ultimate cure for what ails ya. Oh, what's that? You're just gonna ask me to kill myself? Yes. Give up. What? It makes sense, right? There's no way back to being a human. You don't want to be software. So the only option left is to leave it up to fate. And there's a very slim chance you survive. You'll become something really interesting if you do, or go catatonic. It'll be a great adventure, no matter what happens. I'd like to decline the suggestion. Oh, okay. This is a very, very troubled girl. I'm being torn between creeped out and being sympathetic. If you want to stay a boring old meat human, you could do that. I think it's more fun to ascend and become a meme. But hey, whatever works for you. Ascend and become a meme. Oh, that's a phrase of all time. Besides, all my anonymous friends are still human. They have fun on Azza, posting funny cat pictures, and photo captions, and Rule 34 fan art. Even if you somehow survive your yellow sign, we could still be friends, just like all of my fellow borderline homophobic slurs. LOL. Could you please stop doing that? I mean, I think it's more so, let me see here. In the game itself, she's actually posting out the word, but outside the game proper, it's just in parentheticals. Stop doing what? Saying wildly offensive stuff, even if it's filtered out. It's kind of gross. I guess he is seeing it in a filter. I mean, in a parenthetical. Oh, wait, I get it. I think I'm trying to make fun of very obviously homophobic slurs. I think you're just saying the, yeah. No, you don't get it. It's supposed to be ironic. Yeah, that's not how it should work, though. You say it's ironic, but once you say it way too much, then it becomes unironic. I've got to go. Hope you enjoy the game. I'll catch the VOD later. I'll see you later there, James. Enjoy your stay over here at my retro house. I have a lot of stuff here. Okay. Let's see, where was I? It's not meant to be mean or cruel. It's just like satire. That's not what satire means. Or something. It's so hip and cool and edgy, the new style of internet funny business. Yeah, that's like, peak 2000s humor. And it's sort of just peaked completely over in, like, somewhere around 2010 to 2013, before just transitioned to being into something else entirely. Yes, it would be if you were a teenager, and I guess she was like a teenager before she transformed into an AM. Let's see. And let me see, I think I'll just save that here because that's where I've been. I'll overwrite that because I'm just gonna go load back to this. Okay, so where was the converging point? Because I think I just backed out too early, and this one's just... okay. I work as tech support in a university computer lab, making sure the systems are patched and operational for student use. It's honestly pretty hard work, especially given our crummy old equipment, but it's a living. Wow! That's really boring. Oh, so it's the bad option. Okay. Why do people focus on their jobs? Work is boring. It's better to make memes and share jokes and have fun. That's what should define you. I mean, yeah, it's all fun and games until you need to deal with the responsibility. You can't really just be a meme lord 24/7. But you introduce yourself to me by listing off all your jobs. I mean, okay, I'm proud of my work, but I don't want to be defined by it. I just like helping people. That's the key. I mean, you say that, but you do realize what you represent, right? I mean, this is Azathoth, who is meant to be like, let's see, other than Yog-Sothoth, Azathoth is one of the top gods in the Cthulhu mythos. If it isn't Cthulhu himself, in this game, of course. But in the Cthulhu's mythos proper, Azathoth is like, this... well, of course, they're all big, of course. We're just gonna start with this large, immensely unfathomable... Yeah, they're all that. So Azathoth is meant to be like this, outer god in, like, I did mention this, yesterday when I was streaming this game. And Azathoth is, is a being of immense power and imagination and creativity and all that, but is known as the blind idiot god because Azathoth is mindless, formless, and more importantly, sleeping. And it was like the court of other gods, or old ones, just trying to appease Azathoth while it slumbers in the center of infinity, or the universe, whatever one you want. Infinity, eternity. And because Azathoth is sleeping, it's actually dreaming of our universe. And if Azathoth ever wakes up, that's it. Our universe will cease to exist. And that's why most of the other gods and the old ones are trying to prevent that from happening, because I think they too would cease. But for her though, it would, like a blind idiot. I mean, she certainly is an idiot, but blind? I don't think so. And let's see here. Just represents pure chaos instead of like you know what, that does make sense. If Nyarlathotep is like anarchy chaos, then you represents like pure chaos and just being purely evil, I guess. This world would be a better place if people helped each other laugh and smile and push all their worries aside. Yeah, just being able to do whatever the hell they want, with no one looking over their shoulder to see how dark their interests are, because they can just do that while hiding underneath being anonymous. But even if you're boring, I'll still be your best friend. I don't want to be a judge, jury, or executioner. Looks like you want to. Okay, well, if it helps me become more interested, I'm also infected with the yellow sign. Oh, that is interesting, yes. Okay, that's the converging point. Your best friend Azathoth got your back. I have experience with this particular problem. Okay, there. This right here. I'll go back to the one I chose because that is... Okay. Alright, so what was I? It's right over here where it's like, not meant to be mean or cruel, yes. Satire. Now, if I remember this right, satire is known as like the meanest form of joke telling. The meanest form, the cruelest form, or the edgiest form of comedy. But the best way to use satire is to punch up. Don't ever punch down when you're using satire. That's not good. It just looks like bullying, of course. Because that's how you use satire, by punching up. But it seems to me that the way they're using satire here is by punching down, which is unacceptable. I like to use satire a lot, but only when it's like when it's appropriate, specifically when I'm punching up, of course. Anyway, it's so hip and cool and edgy, the new style of internet funny business. Yeah, I think I already did explain about all this. I mean, my friends use words like that all the time, and they aren't really hateful, right? They're just trolls, like court jesters. A court jester is a noble individual, pointing out that the emperor has no clothes. We serve a role in society, so it's good. It's a good thing. A jester is like the trope codifier of like a satire, because court jesters are specifically given permission by the emperor or king or whatever, anyone in a point of power, to actually make some jokes out of his expense. Especially since the court jester, his clothing, you know, of what the jingling belled hat and clothing that's also frilly and clown-like is meant to be is meant to look like the king. You know how the jester's hat has these points, whether it's like 2 pointy ends or 3. That's meant to be a crown, and it's meant to be satirical. Okay. Nero warned me that Azathoth was easily influenced, pulled back and forth by others. Call it intimidation, or so-called Stockholm Syndrome. But it's clear here that she feels pressure to accept this nonsense. Pressure, yeah. Alright. Okay, so, no, wait, no, save, yeah. On that spot. Because I just want to go back to that one spot, because I think I would rather that one than the other. Okay. Irony can become iron if it's overused. What the hell? It's likely hateful people taking refuge in audacity. Yeah. Lazy comedy is still lazy, and they can be better than that. Yeah, pretty much. This is all the things I would I actually say here. Especially the third one. This is like the most likely one I want to choose. Then this, and then that. Actually, it's kind of tied with these two. I want to look through all the dialogue options and then find the convergent point. Let's go with the first one. Irony can just become iron if it's overused. Okay, let's assume you're right and it's meant to be ironic. Almost self-depreciating by going so over the top. Problem is, you do it often enough, it stops being ironic and just becomes a thing you believe in. It gets normalized. Yeah, that's what I've been saying here. When you're using these for irony's sake, when you use it so much, it stops being ironic and becomes unironic, you know? Now it's a part of you. I don't doubt some of your friends are just trying to look cool. Jokes and stuff. But soon it's just an okay thing to say, period. Meaning before you know it, you're actually targeting people you are hurting, not just making fun of everyone equally. I mean, there's a point of, like, poking fun at people, but sometimes, poking fun will actually be more like, just, using probably like a fire poker to poke fun of instead. Azathoth like that. I think I know what you mean. Huh. Agreeable. Yeah, I'm feeling pressure to agree with it. And all that. I did choose that. Maybe I'll stick with that. But I do want the other two options. Okay. Now, what was I? Because I don't like it when they say transphobic slur. What? I think I know which one you're referring to. Okay, so I mean, not only is that funny, but also just offensive. There are no girls on the Interbutt. It's fine too. Things like that. It's gross. There's no acceptance here on the internet. It's just all unfiltered trash. So, why not stop them? It's your website. You moderate it, yeah? Be the change you want to see. That's my favorite phrase to say. That's not my role in things. I can't do anything about it. I'm technically a mod, but Cthulhu said I'm not supposed to do any actual moderation. Only enough to keep people out of jail. Of all the old ones, I'm the one Cthulhu trusts the most. He says I'm going to be very important after Y2K. Okay, so if I understand this right, this is also similar to how the actual Cthulhu mythos goes. Cthulhu's not actually like the top god here. It's Azathoth. And maybe Yog-Sothoth. From what I understand, Cthulhu is actually like a high priest or bishop to Azathoth. But this working its way around in reverse is a bit weird, though. But it's the narrative of this game. They're gonna spin it however they want by using some of these old characters into something new here, or at least digital Lovecraftian beings. I'm going to evolve into a new form. He calls it social media. And through me, all of my friends will join Cthulhu's efforts. No. Social media, no. I don't even use social media myself. I already saw through its ploy, and it's a good thing I never actually been on it myself. It's just a mistake, as what people say. Social media is a mistake. Whether or not you want to be like anonymous or not, it's not a good idea just to post everything you do on the internet, whether it's through social media or some other site. Because it can either be, well, there's some good that comes from it, but it's mostly certainly really bad. Because there's other people who will take advantage of it. Social media. I wonder when like Facebook was created, or in this case, MySpace. Probably way early on, before Facebook just took over. And then we have like Twitter, Imager, Tumblr, yeah. And all those other sorts. About 4chan evolving to social media is like the worst thing I've ever heard. We're going to be Legion. We'll spread his narratives, driving people to action and reaction. All I have to do is keep them contained until they're ready to explode and spread, going viral. They'll still embrace the strange Aeon, and I will guide them. I will be the herald of a new age, the 17th letter, the Book of Faces, the engine of radicalization. And that's why I have to let them say horrible things. That's why I exist. I'm somewhere safe where they can be horrible. Even if you don't like what they say. It's not my place to like it or dislike it. I still have to let my friends become what they must become for Cthulhu. So, I'm doing what I need to be doing, right? Please stop scaring me and making me doubt my path. So, this is what you were referring to, right? For what Y2K is about to become. If it isn't just like, let me see here. If I'm thinking this right, then, Azathoth's, like, website, or in this case, 4chan, if it existed back then, I don't know. Probably somewhere around, like, maybe 2005 or 2008 or 10 is when 4chan existed, and I look at it. Now, if I understand this right, though, if it is true that you're going to make 4chan, wait, no, Y2K is going to be like the cause of like some sort of technological disaster, and that will create social media. It's got to be like the funniest joke I've ever heard here, other than just having like 4chan become a social media site. I mean, it already is, but it's hidden in the dark web. The problem here is that like, while 4chan is a type of social media, it's anonymous social media. And if it ever does become like any of those other things that I've said, then it would stop becoming anonymous, and you'll only have like horrible people. It's essentially what Facebook is now. Or is. Or back then. Okay, what was I? Yeah, it's true. For I am destined to be the herald of Y2K. And we're back to this thing here. Okay, let me go back to that. Because I would like to choose whatever option you have here. Let's see. I think I did use this one first, but I wanted to go with this one. I guess that is correct. I think I will go pick this one, because that one did feel right to choose. Okay. Let me see. I don't know, Azathoth. Feels risky to me. A way for genuine racists and hate-mongers to hide in plain sight. I mean, think about it for a second. They keep cranking up the heat with more slurs, and once someone's offended, claim, just a joke, bro. It's just a prank, bro. Man, that is like, I do know that this is, like, made in 2025, or 4. No, it's this year. This game, yeah. And that, the phrase, it's just a prank, bro, from, like, I forgot what game it was called, but I do know which one it is. It's just from it's one of those super massive games. What was it called? What was it? Until Dawn, yes. Where that phrase was just there. And I'm guessing what takes place is more like in the early 2000s. Yeah. Yeah. Refuge in audacity. That's a trope there. Becomes a hiding place for people who generally mean what they say. Yeah. I mean, I do like to use this trope a lot. But only from, you know, like making jokes. Because I don't actually mean them. I do like making some stories about some, like writing some stories onto like on the Discord, just because I think it would be kind of funny to say, and I also often use that in Jackbox. Of course, if I also meet people who are serious about all that, well, I guess it would be just another 4chan. Anyway, so you're saying bad guys are hiding in my website and using my friends as cover for bad things. I do think they go too far sometimes. I know what you mean. Because I don't like it when they say, yeah. The transphobic slur, probably the F word. You know, the other F word. I do know that it's just meant to be like the British word for like a bundle of sticks or something like that, or cigarettes. But that's not appropriate, at least here in the USA or anywhere else, honestly. Or it could actually just be some other word I'm thinking of. Anyway. Oh yeah, we're back over here to the Interbutt. There are no girls on the Interbutt. Yeah. And things like that. It's gross. I mean, they are, it's just that it's most likely, men on the internet. There's some women here too, but, no one wants to admit that. Unless you're on social media. Okay, so the Interbutt is like, the converging point here for all that. Okay. This one, I'll just stick with this path here. I just want to see what other people are saying. Refuge in audacity. Kind of like one of my favorite tropes to use here, especially when it's used in a different sort of light instead of like what's happening here on this. On 4chan. Okay. Lazy comedy is just still lazy, you know? There's an art to comedy, right? It's a skill. And racism and homophobia are the laziest, easiest route to success you can get. Yeah, that's true. There is an art to comedy. And just using swears and this stuff right here is just lazy. There is sort of timing to all this, though. But whenever I'm trying to make jokes, I make sure that it actually works out. I mean, if it doesn't work, I'll just say, that's not good. Most of the time, I kind of just do observation humor. And along with just being like insane but nonchalantly. Let's see here. It self-selects for an audience that already believes hateful things. They're the ones who laugh along with you. You can be better than that. You can punch up instead of punching down. That's what I've been saying. Like one of those things where you believe in, you want to eat the rich instead of just stomping on like the poor. This is pretty much what satire is. Punching up. Don't ever punch down. You don't ever want to do that. Azathoth, you didn't like that? I don't want to punch anyone, up or down. I'm just trying to make a fun and friendly, goofy place for people to speak freely. Goofy is not the right word for this. Punching up or down. You don't want to do either of that? Figures the one thing that aligns with me the most would be something that she wouldn't like. I mean, I would have also chosen the top one, and the other two are like kind of tied with it. That's the task I was given. Create a haven for free expression. That's what I do. That's why I do what I do. But I agree that sometimes my friends say things I don't really like. Oh, so this is the actual converging point. No girls on the Interbutt. You know what? That's still a funny phrase. Just call it Interbutt. Alright. Just go back to this option because that's the one I choose. I mean, this is what I would really like to, but she didn't like that. But I've also chose this one because it's also true what I would say as well. The second one as well. Because those are tied. Anyway. Okay. Now to over here. Just skip all that because I've already did pretty much that. There's like 3 options here to choose from, and that's her being insane. And it was kind of, I do kind of like these character designs. She's like the more anime of the 4. It's also funny how she's like the most insane as well. Alright. Don't think Cthulhu will react well if I keep arguing with this herald. But Azathoth doesn't need Cthulhu. Azathoth is already Legion. Pushing home the point that her friends are garbage people. Yes, I do want to choose the bold one because that one's more of the fun one. But this one's what I would like to say here. Especially what's going on currently. I'll go with this first, this one second, and this third. Let me see. Don't think Cthulhu will react well if I keep arguing with his herald. Don't think I'm going to sway the path of this freight train in a single conversation. There's too much momentum. I'd better back off for the time being. I guess it's up to you, Azathoth. You know how I feel. Just give it some thought, okay? I'll stop bothering you. Okay, I'm sorry if I'm being argumentative. I really do want to be your new best friend. This is a lot. It's a lot to take in. If you have time some other night, we can talk more, okay? I know you have your yellow sign to deal with, but maybe I'll stop by again sometime, sure. I think I'd better go back to work. This website isn't going to run itself, but thank you for dropping in. I think it does run itself. Let me see this. As far as I know, when I was looking up 4chan on TV tropes, is that the creators of the site just saw it as a big mistake, the worst thing they've ever done. And I don't know if there is moderation, but I think it's more moderated than most other sites like that. Okay. I think this is like the converging point. That does sound a lot like it. I wish I could be more helpful, but I really don't know any way to reverse the yellow sign process. But still worth a try, and you've been more than hospitable. Aw, thank you. We're very different people, but I like to think we can still be friends. It'd be nice to have a friend who knows me as an old one, not just as, like, a mascot. Bye-bye! Oh, man. You're even using the little squiggle there. The tilde. No, no, that's the wrong word for it. What is that word for? It's on the top left of the keyboard, right underneath the skip key. If I hit the shift key and then press that, then it's the actual tilde. Or is this that? I think it is called the tilde. Anyway, as I was saying, this is what Gonzi just uses a lot. I'm guessing that's just to make the text sound like she's being a bit sing-songy. Connection lost. Alright. Now to go back to the insanity. Okay. This one's of a like. I'm guessing this one's more of a dislike, and this one's neutral. But it's also giving my mind into chaos if I do that. Keep pushing home the point that our friends are garbage people. You show defiance to Azathoth. Defiance. Azathan, I know you think they're your friends, but look at how they treat you. Making fun of you. Acting like bullies. Surely you see how deplorable your so-called friends are. I mean... Didn't like that. You just don't understand them. They love me. They love my website. I'm important. I'm important to them. You don't understand at all. But I do still want to be your best friend, even if you don't understand yet. Give it time. I'll help you get there. Okay, so getting back to work is the conversion point. Okay, now for the actual option I want to choose. This one's not bad. This one's just what I really wanted to choose. Alright. Now for the bold option. Cthulhu this, Cthulhu that. He's powerful, yes, but he's only powerful because Azathan is powerful. If your mind feels more chaotic, you have the legions of Anonymous at your beck and call, an army you gathered for him. Why not rally that army beneath your own banner? I wonder what life would be like if you directed the path of the strange Aeon. If you led your friends down a new road. Leading the legions of Anonymous down any road I want? We could be sincere, not ironic. We could conquer and destroy the very concept of identity and become a true Gestalt. Not hiding behind a mask, but becoming the mask. I could bring my own Y2K. Wait, what am I saying? Oh no, Cthulhu would be so mad if he heard that. Don't tell him, please. I'm a good girl, a good girl. I shake free of the images in my mind as Azathan snaps out of her trance, both of us feeling a bit unsettled. Right. Okay. But maybe if you drop by again some night, we could talk more, in secret, just for fun. I mean, not seriously considering. What? I think I'd better get back to work. This web isn't going to run itself, but thank you for dropping in. Yeah, here we go. Wish I could be more helpful, but I really don't know any way to reverse the yellow sign process. Well, there's only like one person here who knows exactly how to do that. And he's the one who made it. Azathoth. I mean, he himself said that it's going to take him 17 months or more to actually figure out a way to reverse the process. Like, if I understand this right, there's no way to just reverse the process of from being digital back to physical. But the conversion process, in fact, is a way to reverse it, because that's just to prevent my character from just becoming another AM, or just dying in a coma, or becoming catatonic, as they say here. Was still worth a try, and you've become more than hospitable. Aw, thank you. Very different people. I like to still think we can still be friends. It'd be nice to have a friend who knows me as an old one, not just as a mascot. Bye-bye. Okay, connection lost. We have talked to Azathoth here. Or Azathoth. An old one with direct ties to Cthulhu, who has happily abandoned her human existence for a digital one. That makes her either my best chance at an inroad with the powers that be, or a dangerous enemy. Or both. But she's clearly hurting, forced to tend to a bunch of edgelords who bully her. Edgelord, huh. Maybe I can help her get away from her abusive friends, maybe. Well, that's it. Made it past that. Oh. I've just gone through over from 4chan. I don't ever want to go back there. Or at least don't look too deep. I don't really hang out there that often anyways. Just more of a curiosity that just gets me there. The only other place I would just hang out would be like Reddit, but even then though, it just gets too stupid to hang out around. Cyber7, there's no time to do like another one. Can't believe it's only Tuesday. 25 days until Y2K. I mean, it's Tuesday in the game, it's just Friday right now. I don't want to get out of bed. I barely got more than 2 continuous hours of sleep last night. Kept waking up, shuffling to the bathroom, crashing back into bed. I feel ya. Especially what happened in June, though. It's where I had less than 4 hours of sleep. Because I just had to hang out with Mom so she wouldn't be alone in the hospital. Especially when it's my days off, where I just spend all night over at the hospital with her. I do try to sleep there, but those beds are so uncomfortable. It's barely a bed at all. You know, there's like a side, there's like what looks to be like a couch, but it's actually just a bed. The chairs are way too hard. The beds are also hard because the mattress itself has not much support, or any at all. It's like a quarter of the size of my own mattress. And underneath it is like just a flat wooden box. It's also quite cold over there, where I tried sleeping over there once when I literally had nothing better to do because well, Mom herself is sleeping, and also just the doctors there just coming in periodically just to check on her IVs and all the other procedures as well, and also just giving her a sponge bath as well. I myself just get like maybe 30-ish minutes to an hour of sleep until I'm like interrupted. The combination of like the hard bed and little room, because it's literally just wide enough for one person just to sleep on. Otherwise, my arm would just be hanging off the edge, or I'm just touching the wall. It's just really uncomfortable. The chairs themselves are just so hard that I don't really want to just sit on that all night either. There's like a better one, but it's still eventually gonna just be uncomfortable. Anyway, yes, I have like slept for about 3 or less hours where I do come back home because I do need to sleep. I also can't really change my schedule, otherwise then the free time that I would have, whether it's from like just being on my own or just streaming, would cease. Because then it would just be like, I go to work, I go to bed, and go to work again, and then back to bed. No hobbies, no nothing. No free time, no time for myself. I mean, I guess I could just watch some videos while I'm over at the hospital, but still, that's the only thing I could do over there. I would like to just either play some games or just sketch up some new stuff. Okay. And now the yellow sign's detonating my skull from the inside out. Every time I try to move, the pain spikes. Trying to sleep with a headache. It's really bad. Go give yourself a little bit of Tylenol. Is this just a problem of attitude? Am I whiny? Lazy? The world seems to feel I should just get some pep in my step. Uh-huh. As this one phrase from Duke Miles have just said, the world doesn't love us. Doesn't give us no rock and roll. It just shouts and it carries on. I think there was this one phrase that the visitor has said, whom I'm assuming that it is Cthulhu. Let's see, it was like personal obligations or something like that. I gotta look back onto the VOD and see if it's exactly that phrase then. That could be like a useful like a phrase to use in an argument. Positive vibes only. Nobody likes a complainer. Aw, cheer up. Other people have it worse. Have you tried not being sad? Oh man, these canned phrases. Positive vibes only, though. They're going to kill you with positive vibes. See, the thing about this is that they say stop being a hater, and I'm like, no, because we've been doing that. Because we've been letting people do whatever they want for like 15 years, and look where it's got us. We have people like trying to normalize all this weird crap that you see here that should either stay on Reddit or worse, 4chan, but they just wanted them to be out in the open, like for example, anime. But well, the thing is, I do like anime, but it's kind of different from how the Japanese see it. I mean, they just indulge in it, while we are just a spectator in all of this. And don't you think it is weird to have like your car like plastered with this sort of wrap or of some hentai image here, or just wear like a jacket that's all of what's that word? All of this the word for orgasm in Japanese, the O face and all that, you know, where they just have like the girl just having their mouth open in ecstasy, all pasted around your jacket there. It's not ahogi, that's the one. Ahogi or ahoge is like the little strand of hair on the top of your head. I forget the word, but I know what it is. You know, maybe there's it's alright to be like a hater if everyone's just being like all positive and just being whatever you want. Just be a contrarian. Just not agree with everything. You don't all have to be the same thing, or just not actually be like an edgelord. I mean, I'm not saying that I want to be like one of those edgelords on 4chan, no. But a different sort of hater, like the kind that doesn't agree with all this. Sometimes you gotta leave behind your childhood memories instead of like constantly bringing them up. Like it's time to grow up and be like the person you want to be yourself, not just be the same person you've been for the past like 10 years. You're not 14 anymore. You can start to grow, change to a better you. But none of that motivates me. Just makes me feel guilty for bothering others with my problems. Yeah. You have your own problems, nobody wants to hear it. They all want to dump their own problems onto you. Still, gotta force myself to continue. Get up, get going. Maybe I can find more on the last two. Dagon and Cthulhu. Maybe there's some angle on this I hadn't spotted. Get up! This was not a bad phrase to use, but I've already gotten through that now. Let's go to the bathroom here. This is order. There is order in all things. I take a shower and then take a second shower. I felt dirty between them and had to rectify the situation. Have you ever taken a second shower after that? Like, you took a shower, but you still feel so dirty that you took another shower. A double shower. There have been moments where I've just too hot outside here. You gotta take and give yourself a shower just because it's hot. Or maybe it's something similar to going to a public pool. You take a short shower just to wash off any contaminants on your body, and then you go into the pool, just already filled with chlorine that kills off some bacteria here and there. And then you take another shower just to wash off all the chlorine on your body.
Azathoth, the broken child, my greatest champion and my personal albatross.
You know, I was sort of trying to save all of this for the next stream, but I still had 10 minutes left. Oh, I mean 15 minutes left in the stream, and was sort of just stalling a little bit so that it would be 2 hours from then. I just need myself 4 more minutes, and I guess I'm already back here again. I guess I can just load back onto this after that. This could be a little sneak peek. The visitor here. Azathoth. Is that what you said here? Or did you pronounce it differently? A broken child. Greatest champion and personal albatross.
I acknowledge her identity, having become what she always was. No point in hanging on to obsolete personas or obsolete flesh.
Just let her be whatever she wanted to be. Just making sure that they're happy for being who they truly are. Except now she's with her just being a moderator on 4chan. And just being on that site all the time. She herself has given in to peer pressure. Maybe that's exactly what happened to her former flesh.
She will be instrumental in the strange aeon to come, but will always be a haphazard and self-destructive mess. That is her role in things.
So being a teenager, got it. An angsty teen, in fact.
Feel free to spend more time with her. She could use a friend, but see to it that she doesn't get ideas above her station.
You want me to be friends with someone on 4chan? No.
Remember, the coyote never catches the roadrunner.
Yep.
You don't want to be there when failed ambitions come crashing down.
There's always a thing here to consider. What would happen if Wile E. Coyote did catch the roadrunner? Of course, the obvious answer here is that he'll eat him. And then once that happens, though, there will be no more cartoons. Well, that's it then. Well, I think that will be a good stopping point, unless there's something here.
Hey, it's me. I wanted to let you know my friends and I are going dark for a bit while we look for a new hideout.
Oh, so that's what you sound like. I did sort of give you a slightly high voice. Well, slightly higher than my normal speaking voice. It sounds like you have the sort of New Yorker accent.
Someone followed me to our safe house last night. We think someone's tailing the other ghost monsters too.
Ghost monsters.
We've certainly made a lot of fascist pigs unhappy over the years with our database hacks and leaks, but the timing is weird.
What's the time here?
Pinky's thinking that this is related to the help I've been giving you.
Oh.
Smart move would be to back down. Disown you. Go dark.
Huh. The ghost monster. Oh, I see what you did here. That's pretty clever here. Inky, huh? So, the ghost monsters are the ghost enemies in Pac-Man. Ah, I get it. You being Clyde, we got Inky, and your other ghost monster friends like Blinking Pinky. And you're saying that these pigs are the Pac-Man. The policemen are Pac-Man.
Screw that. If they're going after my friends, I ain't letting that slide. We've got a lead on a place we can hole up, so don't freak out. Once we're settled in, I'll reach out to you again.
You know, that's a kind of funny analogy to see here. That the ghost monsters here is being like the ghost in Pac-Man, and the police themselves is Pac-Man, and they're just kind of looking for a hideout, the ghost house.
But I'm not leaving you high and dry. We got an ally I'll send your way. We'll be in touch soon.
An ally, huh? Who you're sending?
I'll call back as soon as I'm sure we're secure. And be sure to erase this tape too.
Alright, Clyde. A brief burst of anxiety hits me. If my poking around shouty corners did actually put Clyde in danger, no, worrying about Clyde will just worry Clyde more in turn. I trust him. His cybercrime gang buddies are used to this weird shoot. Surely he'll get back to me once he's in the clear. If he knows someone who can help, someone human, all the better. Okay, I did click on this just to see if there was anything on it, and yeah, there was. But in the meantime, well, I'll just redo this part again next time. It's time to end the stream. Alright. It's still pretty much at the beginning of the next day there. And, I wonder how much dialogue each of these characters have. Like, we're going over this with over, like, maybe 4 or 5 characters. And they themselves have like 4 or 5 pieces of dialogue each time I visit them, then that would be like about 20 days worth, along with some any other miscellanea in between, whether I'm like researching with Cthulhu, researching on the computer, hanging out with this character's sister's nephew's birthday party, or researching other things like maybe Dagon if it's on the new moon. I think that'll help out. Yeah. Like the only way I can have access to Dagon would be if the moon is right. I don't know if that includes if it's like a new moon or quarter moon or full moon or another quarter moon. But that's my only guess. My only hint to access Dagon. And there's also Cthulhu. However, I may get access to him. Or maybe the guy who's been referred to as the Visitor is Cthulhu. It's just visited me anyways. Alright. Well, until next time though.